All right, I need you guys to watch this game carefully, because this is one of those solo queue experiences that genuinely tests your sanity as a jungler. We are playing AP SHACO jungle, not tank SHACO, not AD SHACO, the full annoying psychological warfare AP SHACO. And trust me, if you ever wanted to know how to carry when your entire team is mentally disconnected from the game, this match is the perfect example. From minute one, nobody wants to help. Every lane is permanently pushing. Top laner? Absolutely sprinting it. And somehow, while trolling, he still finds time to steal my camps. This is the type of game where most junglers lose their mind. They force random ganks, they type in chat, they start ego fighting. But with AP SHACO, you don't play normal League of Legends. You manipulate people. You make enemies feel smart right before they walk into 4 boxes and disappear from existence. And that's the beauty of AP SHACO. Even when your team is completely useless, you can still control the map. Now, before we start, if you play jungle in solo queue, you already know the pain. Your laners die before your first clear, nobody tracks enemy jungle, nobody rotates, everybody blames you. And then somehow, the guy going 0-7 top lane says, jungle diff. Classic League of Legends. But this game is different. Because I actually started wondering, how are low elo players making smarter decisions than my teammates right now?
Like, seriously, enemy team looked more coordinated. My team looked like 5 random NPCs trying a new game mode. So instead of relying on them, I decided to play full selfish AP SHACO style. AFK farming, counter jungling, setting traps everywhere, punishing mistakes. Because sometimes, in solo queue, the correct play is accepting your teammates are not real. And honestly, that's one of the biggest mistakes junglers make. They see losing lanes and they panic. They feel forced to save everybody. No. If your top laner is hard trolling, you do not sacrifice your entire game trying to rescue him, especially on AP SHACO. You scale through chaos. The longer the game goes, the more annoying you become.
Your boxes start doing insane damage. Your clone becomes a nuclear bomb. And enemy carries stop walking forward because every bush feels illegal. So, early game, I'm literally just farming. And you can already see the team getting angry. Why no gank? Where is jungle? Report SHACO. Brother, every lane is pushed to enemy tower. What exactly do you want me to gank? The turret? That's another thing low elo players never understand. If all your lanes are perma-pushing, the enemy has no reason to overextend. So forcing ganks becomes trolling. And AP SHACO without setup, you're basically a minion with clown makeup. But here's where the mind control starts. Enemy team begins getting overconfident. They think because my lanes are losing, the game's free. And that's exactly what AP SHACO wants. Confidence creates mistakes. So I start placing boxes in the weirdest spots possible. Not obvious bushes, not standard placements. I'm talking psychological warfare placements. Corners, escape paths, jungle entrances, behind walls. And suddenly, enemy players start second-guessing themselves. They can kill me. Mechanically, yes. But mentally, I already own them. That's That's the true AP SHACO experience.
AP SHACO scales insanely hard through map control. Your objective is turning the map into your playground. Boxes everywhere. Vision denial. Weird pathing. Mental pressure. You want enemies questioning every decision they make. And another huge mistake. People reveal themselves too early. Good AP SHACO players abuse Fog of War. If enemy team doesn't know where you are, they start imagining things. And imagination is stronger than mechanics sometimes. This game is the perfect example. Mechanically, enemy team could destroy you. But because they were constantly paranoid, they kept making mistakes. Over-chasing. Splitting badly. Walking into traps. While my top laner was somewhere on another planet stealing wolves for no reason. It's really unbelievable. And this is why jungle players become villains. Because after enough games like this, you stop trusting anyone. You become selfish. You take every resource possible. You mute chat. And honestly, sometimes that's the correct way to play.
You can play incredibly well and still lose in solo queue. That's reality. Not every game is carryable. And understanding that is what stops tilt. Because some players lose one impossible game and mentally explode for 5 matches after. Never do that. Judge yourself by decision making, not just victory screen. And in this game, despite the trolling, despite the AFK, despite every lane pushing with 0 setup, we still created pressure, still controlled objectives, still made enemy team uncomfortable. That's good AP SHACO gameplay. So if you enjoyed watching psychological terrorism disguised as jungle gameplay, make sure to subscribe. Because honestly, solo queue gets crazier every season. And AP SHACO might be the only champion designed specifically for surviving it. Or losing your sanity trying. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the gameplay. And remember, if your teammates are trolling, sometimes the best strategy is becoming the bigger problem on the map.